Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Political Clinic on the News Chronicle. My name is Pius Kadon, and I want to welcome you to today's edition of the show Political Clinic. Today, I'm going to be running solo. I'm going to be doing it with you, viewers, and then we are going to have a good time together, trust me. Today, we're going to be looking at something that has sparked a lot of reactions. And I'm talking about the Osun State local government elections. I mean, it has come and then it has gone, but then reactions have continued to trail the outcome of the election. And recall that even before the elections, we've had legal battles here and there as to whether the election is going to hold or not. But interestingly, let's start this way, right? Recall that the sacked officials under the platform, that is the APC sacked local government officials, had won the 2022 local government polls conducted under the former governor, talking about Mr. Adegboyega Ayetola, right? And were sworn in. However, days after, before the swearing in actually of the incumbent governor, talking about Adeleke, Ademola Adeleke, Governor Ademola Adeleke, the Federal High Court in Osogbo delivered a judgment nullifying the election and then ordered the removal from office. That's their removal, talking about the APC council chair. They ordered their removal. But as soon as Adeleke assumed office, a few days, after the judgment, he issued an executive order for the physical removal of the elected officials and, replaced them with caretakers, chairmen, appointees, as you may like to call it, But then dissatisfied with this particular move or this particular executive order, the sacked officials approached the appellate court, talking about Court of Appeal, which in its verdict on February 10, that is few days before the just conducted local government elections, nullified the judgment of the Federal High Court. And guess what? The reason they gave is that the trial court that actually sacked them lacks the jurisdiction to entertain the suit in the first place. And every decision it took, was rendered null and void based on that. So ordinarily, we'll be thinking that, okay, since judgment like this have come, election is not going to take place. A lot of them will believe that, okay, the governor is going to respect such judgment and not go ahead with the elections. But interestingly, one thing with politics is that you get this particular court injunction and then your opponent gets another court injunction. It's court injunction against another court injunction. So, the Attorney General of the Federation, talking about Fagbemi, Lateef Fagbemi, in a statement, claimed that the judgment of the Court of Appeal had, by implication, effectively restored the elected local government officials, talking about the APC elected government officials that were sacked, and then that were sacked. So it means that if those people have gotten such an injunction from the court, they should come back, and take their rightful position. And that was why we had the chaos that actually led to the loss of lives in Osun State, because according to, reports, these sacked officials went and then, in a bid to get their mandate, or in a bid to get reinstated, had to do it forcefully, and then we had a combat between supporters of the APC and that of the PDP in the state, and then which was something that didn't really go down well. Thankfully, security operatives, talking about the Nigerian police and other security personnel, swung into action and, were able to turn the situation, and we had some bit of normalcy after them that allowed for the election to hold on the 22nd of February, talking about last Saturday, where we had another interesting twist as the PDP, swept all the 30 local governments in the state. Something that really didn't go down well with the ruling All Progressive Congress, the APC. On Sunday, the spokesman of the All Progressive Congress, Felix Moka, described the elections as a sham, as a show of illegality and unconstitutional, stating that the Osun State governor, or even the Osun State government, didn't really respect court order. But one thing we should also look at is that the judgment that actually, reinstated those sacked APC local government chairs, councillors, and all, wasn't or isn't a judgment that is also saying that elections will not hold. It's not a judgment that is, barring elections or even saying that you do not have the right to hold elections. I am not a legal, expert, but then we see how things pans out in a couple of days. But then what we know is that the elections have come, and then the PDP won all the states, rather all the local government. And then it's not something new. Recently, we've had local government elections, even before the Osun State local government elections, where if the governor of that particular state is from AA party, you discover that AA party will sweep all the local government. I mean, it has been an ongoing discussion we've had even here, where you hardly see that democratic taste when it comes to local government election. You don't see any, you don't see any virtue of democracy in it. And then it's quite worrisome. And that of the Osun State is a little bit much more controversial because of the court injunction, and all. So we'll go for a short break, and then we'll be right back. Right, we apologize for that technical hitch. We had to take a little break to fix a few things. All right. So like we're saying, or like I was saying, um, that of the local government elections in Osun State came with a lot of controversy here and there because of the legal battle between, the APC and of course the PDP. Like I was saying earlier, Felix Moka, the spokesperson of the All Progressive Congress, described the election result as a sham, an illegality, like I said, and of course unconstitutional. But then again, we understood that on Friday, Governor Ademola Adeleke, Osun State government secured a court order, more like, in the Osun State High Court. The Osun State High Court actually, an order that would allow for the Osun State Electoral Commission to conduct elections to fill the vacant position of local government chairmen and councillors across the 30 local governments in the state. Justice A.A. Aderebibe, who presided over the case, further issued 3 days, or rather 3 orders as the court order that the claimant's claim succeeds and that the following reliefs and order are granted by the court. Here are some of the, reliefs. One, it says an order of the Honorable Court is granted, recognizing the existing vacancies across all the 30 local government areas of Osun State and the election conducted by the first defendant on 15th October 2022, having been invalidated, nullified, and voided, and the purported election officials produced by the purported election, having been sacked by the Federal High Court in Action People Party, APP, versus Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and others, delivered on the 30th November 2022, and as confirmed by the decision of the court in appeal number CA/AK/226M/2024 Allied People Movement, APM, and ORS versus Action People's Party, APP, and ORS, delivered on 13th January 2015. So this is one of, the 3 one of the 3 orders, given by the Osun State Justice, talking about Justice A.A. Aderebibe, the Commissioner of Justice in Osun State, which is part of the legal standing or even legal position that Governor Ademola Adeleke or even the Osun State government, stood on to conduct the local government election that just went by on Saturday. So let's have your thought. Let's know what you think about what is happening. Are we still going to have, the APC now, take another legal angle or even legal, take the legal battle to the PDP camp on this particular issue? And then are we also looking at the July judgment that gave local government autonomy and all? So these are some of the issues surrounding, local government elections, democracy in the last, more like the 3rd tier of government that we are currently battling with. Situations where you have local government autonomy and then you have state governors, completely, micromanaging those local government. And what autonomy should we say these local government officials or even local government chairmen are going to have when you have governors completely managing how they come to power, managing some of these things that happen in our local government? So these are the conversations that have been tied to the controversy surrounding the Osun State local government election. And like I was saying earlier, it is not something that is, peculiar to only the Osun State local government. You go to other states, always had this same narrative, So what is the way out, and how do we get out of these kind of situations where, it's almost like local government are in the hands of those state governors. Whatever they feel like doing, they do with the local government officials, regardless of what the constitution is saying, regardless of what court injunction are saying. And then some party officials or even some stakeholders in the People's Democratic Party, we're also saying that Latif Fagbemi, talking about the Attorney General of the Federation, does not have the right to actually interpret to the state government, that is the Osun state government, as to whether the election should hold or not. But then, if you want to interpret the judgment, that is returning those SAC officials, you would understand that if they have their tenure, extended from, let's say, this particular time to October, which is when their tenure is going to expire, we are not expected to have an election. We are not, expected to see that an election is conducted before the October, when their tenure is going to terminate, But these are the situations, right? Tell us what you think about what is happening in Osun State. Tell us what you think about what is happening to our local government. Tell us what you think about our democracy, especially when it comes to local government elections. And some people are of the view also that perhaps we should have local government elections conducted by federal INEC instead of state INEC. Right. If that is going to make sense, and then if that is going to, reduce some of the encumbrances or even controversies we keep having whenever there is a local government election, then, fine. But others are also of the view that even the federal INEC that a lot of people are advocating for to come conduct local government elections have not really been doing well when it comes to the conduct of federal elections, talking about be it presidential election or even gubernatorial elections, because we've always had issues, when it comes to, general elections. At the end of every general elections, you have tons and tons of, litigations here and there, and all. It is normal actually to have such litigations. It is normal to feel aggrieved, all right? But where you begin to have, a very large number of that, it tells you that there is something wrong with the system. It tells you that there is something wrong with, the conduct of such election and, everything tied to, preparations or even the elections. All right. My name is Pius Kadon. Like I said earlier, today I'm going to be running solo, and then I've been running solo, me and you, we have the conversation, and then you tell us what you think about the topic. Hopefully, we shall be having a guest next week for another interesting topic. But this is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of the show. Once again, my name is Pius Kadon. Ensure that you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, share your comments on what you think about this particular topic and, the way out. What do we do? The program is still Political Clinic, and it is on your most favorite online newspaper, talking about the News Chronicle. Make sure to join us next week, Monday, for another interesting edition of the show. It promises to be more informative, trust me. Bye-bye.